awesome. Hey there, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy Heroes video. I'm Zuko.
And I'm Exum.
And this is The High Ground. Guys, so today we have we are honored to have a special guest with us, McMOLE2. McMOLE, say what's up to the people. What's going on?
What's up, everybody? We're here to talk about Clone Troopers!
So we're talking about in this video. We're super excited, guys. McMOLE is awesome. We're teaming up. Actually, please go to his channel right now. He's going to be releasing a video also, the first video that we recorded on the clones. So make sure you go watch that. And guys, this is super exciting for us. You guys know that I'm a huge clones fan. He's kind of like, whatever about it. And McMOLE is the clones guy. If you remember back from the ATT raid, he was the guy. Yeah, throwing it back.
Man, those were the days.
Those were the days, man. All right,
days when the clones were really relevant.
At least a little relevant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the territory buffs
For the
now,
longest
they're pretty
time,
good.
that was one of the first Zetas I actually wanted to throw down because that Princess Zota team just looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that was my first Zeta in the game. Was the one on Commander Cody.
That's cool.
That was the best thing, is watching that raid and you would see 2 million damage and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" And now it's all soloable, whatever.
I remember the first time I hit 3 million damage with a clone team. I was like, "Oh my god, look at it! It's beautiful."
Look at what I've done.
And like everyone was like, "Holy crap! You could do 3 million in the tank raid?" Like people were freaking out. Like, look at where we are now. We have like auto solos in the tank raid. And then,
the game's changed so much.
That's like 2 years ago. People were like, "Holy shit! 3 million in the tank raid."
Bro, that's like when I first started and the pit raid was tough and I was farming Tebow. What the hell?
Oh, Tebow and Rex, the Tebow Rex team.
You remember that?
Removing the Terminator. Yep.
And the stealth bug with Tebow. All right.
All right, guys. So today in this video, we're gonna start off talking about we want to talk about some reworks that we could see happening to the clones, because God, good Lord knows they all need reworks.
Especially a certain somebody that I know McMOLE wants to go off on.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll get to that here in a second.
And we're also going to talk about synergies, how we can start implementing a couple more clone synergies, either
Specific
with Jedi,
synergies,
other clones, exactly, specific
Very
synergies.
much in the line of Chase or Mission and Zalbar.
Precisely.
Exactly.
And then we're also going to talk about at the end some new tags that we can see coming into the game. So
then leading up to the whole big, what we want to see really introduced to this game.
guy. All right, so let's start off with reworks. McMOLE, give us some insight on what you think could happen here.
Where the fuck is my taunt for fives? Seriously, guys, come on. Like the fact that he can only taunt under a GK lead is downright insulting. He's literally listed in the game as a tank.
That is hysterical.
Oh God, I don't know why you have a tank tag without being able to taunt. That's so disrespectful.
They do that a lot too.
Oh man, like that has been something that has killed me since day one with fives. I was like, this guy is literally built to be one of like the deadliest tanks in the game.
He's got one of the highest defenses, right?
He has one of the highest defenses, but just his basic kit. He can double tap and put speed down on his basic. He can counter with that double tap. His Zeta gives him bonus turn meter when someone else on the team is attacked. So while he's not taunting, it charges up his turn meter so he can taunt even faster. And his special can call enemies or call allies to assist. I mean, the guy is literally built to be a really nasty tank. And for some reason, the man doesn't have a taunt.
The
man does not have a taunt. Like, how hard is it to give you a tank and then not put the taunt on? Like, what?
Yeah, it makes absolutely
no
sense.
You're preaching a Gar Saxon. You're preaching a Gar Saxon. It doesn't make any sense. I hate tanks.
It makes absolutely no. And plus him, like, you just gotta look at his story too. Like, he's such a badass. You know what I'm saying? And then he ends up taking the bullet for all the rest of the clones because he knows the secret. I mean, come on,
the death.
Come on, the death. The death of fives. The worst.
He was right there
ever.
to Anakin. He was gonna tell him about Order 66, but nope, can't do that.
You'll ruin the movies.
Oh no, we can't do that.
That's the thing.
Screw you, Dave Filoni. You can't tell Anakin about Order 66.
It sucks, man. It's tough.
Oh man.
So that's obviously fives. That's a big one. I mean, obviously, let's get this out of the way because obviously it needs to happen with all of the clones. Their damage needs to be increased because I run my Gear 12 clone team and see them do 2,000 damage on a hit.
So the big thing is the damage penalty on the 2/12 assist with Cody that needs to go. That's been that's what, a 40% damage penalty.
It's
already
already
75%. Am I
No,
incorrect?
fully upgraded, they deal 40% less damage.
Okay.
That's gotta go.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
We're at the point where you have characters hitting for like 100k
HK
on like a
47.
single attack, and you have a mass assist that does like maybe 70,000 if you're lucky, and if they all crit, then he can do it again. But yeah, that damage penalty's really got to go.
It's outdated. It's outdated.
Yeah, that's really the only thing I would rework for sure on Cody. Like, everything else about his kit works really well. Like the bonus turn meter on his basic, the fact that he can stun if he lands more than 2 or more crits on his AoE. His leadership is I wouldn't say perfectly fine, but that's still a very solid lead for your clones. The bonus crit chance, the protection regeneration on basics. Overall, Cody's kit, outside of the damage penalty, I'd say it's a very solid one. I would not really change.
I would change just in the leadership, maybe just add synergy.
Hashtag donations for High Ground to get a new camera.
I bet your ass I'm throwing that in there.
We're starting a GoFundMe for High Ground to get a new camera.
That would be helpful.
So yeah, I think obviously
I
we
would
want
say the one thing with Cody's leader is that I would like to see some synergy specific to like the Jedi or the Galactic Republic in general.
Yeah, so like call all clone and Jedi allies to assist, give the Jedi's a
Exactly.
bonus crit chance as well.
Exactly.
Dude, can you imagine Ayla with that? Like, you call her to assist,
Oh
she
my
already
God.
has the
Stunning
high...
everybody, yeah.
She could stun with her basic, and then she could call someone else to assist, and, you know... Oh, dude, that would be awesome.
That'd be
That'd be cool.
amazing,
That'd be
dude. That'd be dope. That's what I'm saying. Like, you have like so much. We've talked about this, you know, just endlessly. There's so much possibilities that you could have with the clones and these reworks. Like, let's have some fun with these guys. Let's get some type of Imperial Trooper synergy. Let's throw something in there to make these incredible characters, because they are incredible.
They are fantastic
Synergy,
characters.
Where when there's like when there's a Zeta on the leader, they get all those shared buffs, like you were saying. Yeah.
Yeah, something like, I mean, I wouldn't give them like a bounty hunter contract type of thing, because obviously they don't have that, but something where they can all be a leader and all assist everybody else.
Yeah.
But it can, in the reworks that they can do for all these clones, and like what we spoke about in McMOLE's video, go check it out. We talked about all these new clones that could possibly come in. There's so many different types of synergies we can have. You know, whether it be with specific clones or even with Jedi. Like, talk a little bit about what you think could come, McMOLE.
Like the synergies. I mean, obviously, we already have synergistic leads with Anakin and General Kenobi with the clones. You know, the Anakin lead, it gives a bonus offense and crit damage to clones. The GK lead is obviously the better one because it gives 5.
It gives his
you know,
son.
the actual taunts, but, you know, whatever. But that also gives like bonus offense and defense to your clones, and you can use like you can use like a healing ability with Barris or someone else, and then call in mass assist with that. It doesn't have the damage penalty like Cody's lead had, which is the stupidest thing ever. But yeah, I mean, one of the Jedi I think that could get some clone synergies here that you know, we did see a lot with them was Ahsoka, and I know at least one of you guys loves Ahsoka.
This guy.
This guy. I mean, who doesn't love Ahsoka? Realistically.
Yeah, I mean, if you go and look at her lead, it gives evasion and turn meter.
To Night Sisters. It's really weird.
Night Sisters and Jedi. It's the weirdest thing.
You could change it to clones, yeah. At least.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you're not going to see a Zeta on her lead. So I would not expect like if she got something with clones there, I would not expect to be a very powerful lead. Yeah, I mean, she does have the Zeta possibility on her unique Daring Padawan, but I see GK and Anakin getting like
more specific
any kind of synergy. Yeah, because like they led their specific parts. Like GK led the 212, Anakin led the 501st. Ahsoka was just a Padawan of Anakin, so I could see more synergistic leads for Anakin and GK, not so much for Ahsoka.
I think if we were going to go into Ahsoka getting a synergy, it'd be very specific to Rex. Because of her history when you look at her entire story.
They'll rework her unique to be something about experience outranks everything.
Experience outranks everything. I love it, McMOLE.
There you go.
Yeah.
Definitely, that's definitely the synergy.
That is what we call a throwback.
But yeah, definitely her with Rex, and definitely I think Anakin needs a kind of a specific synergy with Rex.
With Rex, yeah.
And then if we were good to go down the list, I'd say GK with Commander Cody if you were going to go specific, and then Fives and Echo need a more Chase type of synergy.
Yeah. I mean, we haven't even talked about the Zeta possibilities on the clones yet. I mean, Echo's unique, has room for a Zeta.
Yes,
and
it
that,
does.
I
Most
think is
definitely.
the most interesting one here. I mean, there's a Zeta for Rex, which we'll talk about that here in a moment. But the Zeta possibility on Echo and his unique. We go back and look at the bonuses we have for clone troopers in Territory Wars, where they gain like the bonus offense, defense, protection, everything. That I don't see so much happening, but the ability to cleanse when assisting, like, can you imagine that on a Zeta for Echo?
That'd be
That looks
amazing.
perfect, yeah.
That would be amazing. It makes
like he assists and he cleanses like debuffs on either one or all clone troops. Probably just one clone trooper because all seems kind of OP because he has like a 60% chance to assist. So
maybe it
It
cleanses
depends on their
the-
damage. It depends on their damage,
Yeah.
how they rework their damage.
But maybe it cleanses the one who attacked first, the one who called him to assist.
yeah, that would also be really
Exactly.
cool. So the Zeta on Echo is the one that's always held my interest the most because there's so much possibility with that, whether it's there's a bonus to turn meter he grants to everybody. He does away with the damage penalty on assist because, again, more damage penalties for clones. His clones. I mean, there's plenty of room for things we could see, whether it's stuff we've seen with Territory War bonuses or just other stuff that just kind of allows the clones to catch up with some of the other teams out there.
100%.
Make
them serviceable.
And then you have the Zeta lead on Rex, which
you don't
I
have
don't
right
know. Yeah, I mean, he has room for a Zeta, but
It's tough with Rex.
I mean, that is one of your better leads.
exactly.
now.
Still,
A very free-to-play lead right there.
Yeah, I could see them putting a Zeta on that just focuses on clone synergy, because I mean, I don't know, like.
but I would hate for them
Like-
to do it to him what they did with HK.
I would
And
prefer
kind of
to-
get rid of his lead.
I would prefer to
Yeah,
see
so
him get
I
a
would not-
unique Zeta.
I would be pissed. I would be outright furious if they nerfed the Rex lead.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I get what they're going for. The HK lead had to get nerfed because it hampered the overall growth
Yes.
of droids. But the crit chance boost on turn meter, I mean, it's a solid one. It's one of your good like anti-meta characters, and I don't want to see them do something with Rex lead where they have to nerf it. I would just see like someone with a Zeta adding like something to clones, like crit immunity, or
Yes.
like the first time they get hit with a critical hit, they gain crit immunity, or I don't know, like just something on that Zeta that just focuses on clones.
I could definitely see that because then you change if you gave a Zeta that affected everything, it would change his entire lead.
Yeah, it's just he's a tough one because, bro, I love him. He's like one of my favorite characters for Grand Arena because I hold him for offense because any team that I don't have a leader for, you could throw him in anywhere and he's gonna be great.
Rex Wampa is a go-to offensive team.
There you
for
go.
a lot of your crit-based teams out there.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So another one that's a big one that we could talk about too really quick is, we mentioned him in your videos. Let's talk a little bit, maybe even a Plo Koon and
Commander Wolf.
They could
Yeah,
have some type of synergy as well. Besides, of course, the fact that Plo Koon and Ahsoka Tano should have a little bit of synergy, but
Well, yeah, I mean, that's one thing to point out is Plo Koon does have clone synergy in his kit already. In fact, I'm pulling them up right now.
Yeah,
in the
you
game. Take Charge, it gives clone and Jedi allies 50% turn meter. His lead doesn't have anything, but he has some synergies with clones there already. I mean, 50% turn meter boost to clones, that's
That's
pretty
good
awesome
stuff.
boost.
I mean, right
Pretty
there,
great,
that's
yeah.
what makes him viable versus with the Jedi Revenant Squad.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, the Plo Koon with the Dispel on his basic, that makes him really great too. Like, yeah, I mean, they'd have to rework quite a bit on his kit. His leadership does have room for his Zeta, but I have a feeling they have to rework that entire leadership because that leadership just does not make much sense.
exactly.
It's very outdated.
100%.
Yeah.
But it goes back to, and the next topic really is the fact that maybe we can't make everybody have specific synergies with somebody else, but let's have maybe the possibility of we spoke about it in our last video,
New
maybe
tags.
sub-factions. There's
Yeah.
going to be new tags that come into play. So you never know, maybe we get a tag of the 501st. which would be freaking awesome.
Domino Squad.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be dope. So like every one of these squads that comes out, Domino Squadron has members of the 501st.
Yes.
But you could have Delta
But you
Squadron.
can make it a smaller faction. I love sub factions inside of a larger faction.
Yeah, like then you can have the 212th. I mean, there's so many possibilities that come, and then that's when you have Rex be the leader clone for the 501st, and he gives everybody there, specific synergy. Or you have Cody and the 212th give specific synergy to everybody else, but they can also synergize with each other. They can kind of cross-platform.
Yeah, so the big thing here is that right now the clones we have in the game, if we were to do 501st and 212th, you'd be splitting them down. Like,
yes,
Cody's 212th, the other clones are 501st. Clone
Exactly.
Sergeant could be a generic 501st 212th character you throw in too.
That would be cool.
Yeah, if you gave GK and Anakin their respective 501st and 212th tags, you would actually be approaching close to a full squadron with 501st.
Exactly. And Ahsoka, when you throw her in there, because she could run for both.
Yeah, and we also talked about Heavy in my video, and Heavy would be a 501st character.
Precisely.
Right there, you have a full 501st squad.
Exactly.
And they synergize with Vader.
Is like the what's that?
And they synergize with Vader.
Yeah, and you have the Vader stuff too. But then the 212, like, who are you gonna throw in that 212 team? I mean, there's not a lot there.
212 does have less options than the
They
501st.
weren't. Yeah, they weren't as
sure.
like they didn't dive so much into.
But it's definitely just an option. It's something they can think about. I mean,
Yeah.
the more clones they bring into this game, the better, right? I mean, I think we can all agree on that. So.
Yeah, I mean, if we got Delta Squad and Bad Batch like faction tags and stuff
Exactly.
within like the clone troopers, that'd be awesome.
Exactly.
I mean, we have like the Sith Empire with Darth Revan, who are also Sith.
Exactly. They wanted to get really specific with that tag. So if they're trying to get really specific, here we're giving them ideas. 501st, 212.
Yeah, sub factions within these factions. Like the Rebels faction, you have what? 3 or 4 different sub factions within Rebels.
Exactly.
You have Rogue One,
exactly.
you have
Phoenix
Squadron.
And really, we wanted to build towards how we see these clones being used, which is something we've talked about. Do you really see them towards a legendary event? Which I think we've all come to the conclusion that we can't really precisely point down a legendary event. The thing we talked about was maybe if Jango Fett was coming into the game, but he already did, and they wasted that on a marquee. They could have used the clones for him because, he was the template for that. But something we've talked about is, and something we want to push for, is the character General Krell. If anybody knows about him, he's one of the coolest characters introduced in the Clone Wars. And
absolutely.
He was introduced with the clones, and it was a large arc for them. And we think that...
Yeah, he... I mean, 4 arms, has 4 lightsaber blades.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah,
like, Darth Maul was cool because he had 1 double-sided lightsaber. This guy has 2.
Yeah, and I mean that was the thing, was like when we were talking about this, my idea was basically give him something akin to General Grievous. Like the lore for General Krell is that he sacrifices his clones because he sees them as like nothing.
Yeah,
he will sacrifice them to no end to achieve victory. And that's something we kind of see with General Grievous, where, he damages the droids around him, and that makes him more powerful. So you could do something just like that here, where he damages the clones over time, or as the clones die, he gets more powerful, and it really makes sense with the lore for him overall. Yeah, no, so I mean, basically give him something like General Grievous, where he sacrifices the clones over time and makes himself more powerful, and that's a pretty good start for a kid on Krell.
Absolutely. I think there should be synergy with the clones for General Krell in the way that it's kind of negative synergy, if that's what you were to say. Whether they'd be on the opposite field, like if there's clones on the field in general, kind of how Mother Tausen's unique. Like she gains turn meter for any unit that goes under 35%, or under 50% turn meter, she gains 35%. Under 50%, hell, she gains 35% turn meter.
There you go.
So they could definitely do something like that for General Krell. There's so much room with him. He's such a cool character, and he doesn't have to be the most OP character. He's just a really cool character that you can use the clones for. It's something that if they were going to do a rework for the clones, use them for something. And we discussed how they're not really made for a legendary event that we could really put our finger on. So do something around the lines of a defensive Umbara. There's the defensive Dathomir event in the game right now, which we use the Night Sisters to unlock Mother Tausen. And though it's not the most popular way to unlock a character, it could be something to unlock a character like General Krell. You use the clones,
that actually
you
pretty
rework
cool.
the clones, and you use the clones to unlock General Krell monthly when the event comes around.
And
get
then
10 shards.
We introduced Dogma in it, and when Dogma's on the same team as Krell, if Krell is the last living ally with
He just
Dogma,
dies.
Dogma shoots him in the back, and he
Dogma
dies.
just shoots him and automatically just wins the match. That'd be awesome. That would be pretty cool.
But there's a lot of things they could do with General Krell. It would be very cool. It'd be a fun character. I would love to see him as a plug and play character that kind of like Enfys Nest or Wampa, that they don't really have a place for them exactly, but you get to plug and play them in different teams, and they just do a lot of damage and they're a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
All right, so guys, lastly on this video, I'm going to do something here, a little ceremonial thing, because we got McMOLE here on the video with us. I have 4 of my clones. I have Rex, Echo, 5s, and Cody at gear 12. And I haven't geared Clone Sergeant. You guys will hear the story of why I didn't gear 12 him in McMOLE's video, so go ahead and check that out. But I have always wanted to Zeta. Either Cody or 5s. And in talking with McMOLE, we've decided we're gonna Zeta 5s unique, correct?
He's more useful in Territory
Correct.
Wars and Grand Arena.
Yeah, right now the Zeta on 5s will get you a better return for Territory Wars.
And truth be told, Zeta's on leaderships can be very misleading. Hashtag Grandmaster Yoda.
Oh my god.
I think we've all made that mistake.
I think that's like the one Zeta I will always regret.
Yeah, it is.
Because they got me
They
hard.
got us all, because then right after, hey, here's this.
It was
shiny
literally like 4
Bastila.
days after. Like, it was ridiculous. All right, so
Hey,
here
you still
we
having
go.
problems with those Emperor Palpatine teams? Here's a Zeta Bastila.
All right, so here it is, guys. I have 136 Zetas. I know you guys are probably like, why the hell do you have so many? It's because I don't Zeta everybody. Okay, I pick and choose very carefully.
It's very important.
So let's do this. Oh my god.
Just do it.
It doesn't hurt that much because it's 5s. So let's do it. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
Tactical
Oh my
awareness
God.
code. Damn,
Wow.
that added 7,000. Are you kidding me? Bro, that's raising my galactic power way too much.
Because it's a pilot, singular pilot for a ship.
Oh my
Oh,
god, that's
that's
right. I gotta
right.
keep that down
Oh.
for Grand Arena.
Hey, man.
Not anymore, you know.
What are you doing, McMOLE?
Oh, blame me. Blame me.
Oh that looks sexy. Look at that.
That is.
All right, guys. So, McMOLE, thank you so much for coming on and being with us and sharing our love for the clones together. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we've talked about
Absolutely.
it.
This has been fun.
We've talked about it. We could talk for hours, the 3 of us, on the clones and the Clone Wars content in general. So this month is going to be a lot of fun. Looking forward to B2 and all that stuff.
I mean, maybe we should do more videos like this about
Maybe.
clones.
Yeah,
Hey, let's do it. Hey, we're down.
I'm not opposed.
We appreciate you so much, McMOLE. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please, we're going to leave the link to McMOLE's video down in the description below. Check out his video. It's an amazing video. We talked about all of the new marquees that can come in, the legendaries. Go check out that video. Subscribe to McMOLE. Subscribe to us, guys. Like, share, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Bye.
You know, the most important thing is hashtag Rework the clones for General Krell. Let's start a movement, guys. We'll see you guys on the next video.
Over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
You underestimate my power!
Don't try it! High ground! You were supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them! High ground! I loved you! High ground! High ground. It's not the high ground way. I mean the Jedi way. You know what I'm saying. I'm saying I've beaten you and I'm on the high ground, so. High ground!